Here we are, friends. Another monthly update for October 2025. We got a little upgrade. We have now 2 new tables here, and then the other ones are in the office, which is really good. We just needed a little bit more tables. It's also funny how it just took us 2 years to get those. Yeah, they're like from IKEA, 50 euros or something, but yeah, bit by bit, we're still upgrading. Okay, I'm struggling with the setup a little bit. Yeah, the last month has been absolutely amazing. Maybe I just keep it. And a lot of cool things have happened. So I'm just gonna recap from the start. And yeah, biggest shift is in my coaching work, and it feels amazing. And I didn't know that I was waiting for that or for like getting back to the basics. Maybe that's another thing I want to talk about a little bit, this reminder or theme almost. But yeah, let's start at the beginning. So the 4th of October, I organized a little community day in the park, and that was just super fun. And I think next summer, whenever the weather is like more reliably warm and dry again, I just want to do this maybe every weekend, and it's just an open invitation to like my friends, the community, to hang out and have fun and play frisbee and picnic. And then last time a friend came who has this big camper van, and he brought his electric longboard. And I was like riding with a longboard, and some other friend had a drone, and we played spike ball. It was just super cool. And then right afterwards, so that was on Saturday, and then on Sunday, my 2 brothers came for the first time to visit me here in Portugal, and they stayed for a little over a week, and it was super cool. We just on holiday together. I took completely the week off, and yeah, we were playing paddle and going to the beach and playing spike ball and just hanging out, and that was super cool. Oh, also, yeah, they met Mina and Thomas, friends of ours who will hopefully stay in Portugal. They just came. Is it longer than a month? I think maybe it's a little bit longer than a month already, yeah. And yeah, we are hanging out with them a lot, which is super fun. It's just chill to, yeah, without having to plan exactly what we do. We just hang out, we play board games, we talk. It's super cool. Yeah, then health update quickly. So I'm still in the middle of this 12-week protocol. Today is Saturday. On Monday, I will start week 7. I can eat more and more things again, but I'm also a little careful because last week you could say, I ate something that I shouldn't have eaten, and then I got just thrown off again, and my stomach was, I just had more gas, and it was really annoying also because I'm working with this concierge doctor service. They're called Tejomates, and they're absolutely amazing. It's the best doctor service in a way, because you have to pay a subscription to it, that exists here in Portugal, in Lisbon, I think. And I would have wanted more guidance, more clarity on what are the things I can eat, where do I need to be careful. And yeah, I mean, this is a startup, they're still growing, so it's understandable that they have not everything kind of nailed down. But there's the doctor, and then there's a nurse, and then the doctor didn't really give any instructions around the diet, but the diet is like absolutely essential. And then with the nurse, it was just like, yeah, eat not too much, and like don't eat those things. And I could eat complex carbohydrates, so quinoa and buckwheat, for example. But then I made quinoa or buckwheat pancakes from buckwheat flour. And that was a terrible idea, but I didn't know it's like the same stuff, right? So I feel like they should have been much more clear, because you can't just say eat buckwheats, but then assume that people know that they shouldn't eat buckwheat flour. And maybe they were not even aware of it, but I think it's their responsibility too, because like I'm working on this since years, and it costs like thousands and thousands of euros by now to be so restricted on what I can eat, right? Like I'm pretty good with it, I would say. I get used to it. I make the best out of it. Cool. I'm creative with the things that I can eat. But it's still like it's a big limitation and a big commitment. And to then potentially fuck up the results because you don't get clear instructions on, like, give me just 10 recipes that I can make. Tell me, like, you can eat this and this is how much you can eat of it. Exactly. Not like, yeah, don't eat too much. I don't know what that means. So as you can tell, I'm still annoyed by that. And I gave them that feedback as well. Yeah. But overall, I feel good about how I'm sticking to it, and I'm taking all my medication and supplements, the things I need to, every single meal I need to take something. And yeah. I played a lot of paddle in the last month. It was a lot of fun, usually two times a week. And now it's getting more rainy. The last few days have been quite rainy. And a lot of the paddle courts are outside. So yeah, we'll see. I'm also excited to play squash again throughout the winter. But I'm not sure yet if that will happen, for a very good reason. I will talk about that in a second. Portuguese, 2 weeks ago, I had to do my presentation. So I'm in this 12-week course. Once a week for 2.5 hours, we come together, a small class, like 5-6 people. And everyone has to do 2 presentations. Diara did her first one, I did my first one. And took quite a bit of work to prepare it, but it was also cool. I learned a lot just through the preparation. Last week, so 3 days ago, Thursday, I really felt like I'm getting left behind a little bit, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel a little insecure about just speaking because other people speak more fluently, I feel. But I want to change that. I set my phone on Portuguese, which is super cool now. All the apps, everything is in Portuguese. I'm going to book today a session, just an online session, one-on-one with someone, so I can have like 45 minutes or an hour just me speaking. I think that's going to be useful just to get the muscle memory and the recall and then get better at that. And then also I got my cards back here that I used, I don't know, half a year ago, and then I stopped using them, and I want to make it a daily habit again to just memorize some more vocabulary. Oh yeah, one other thing. Last weekend or the weekend before, we had actually planned to do a second meetup with some people from our community to talk about the vision on living on a piece of land, living in community, living together. And most of the people that we started with, they already dropped out. And then, yeah, even the second meeting didn't happen, which is also good feedback, right? So I think what I take from that is it takes more leadership, like us, or I'm going to talk about me bringing in the energy and like, I'm going to go who's in, who's out. And also bringing in new people who can maybe contribute their energy. So yeah, it's also a little bit on the back burner. That's how it is right now. But I don't know if I feel so good about it, because even if with like full intention and full focus on it, those things just take time. And yeah. So there's a question mark right now around that. And then the biggest shift. So there's this coach, his name is JP, and I know him since a while, like not personally, but through his videos and content. And he did many years ago a 1-year coaching agreement with Steve Hardison, who is also called the Ultimate Coach, who's doing coaching since like, I don't know, 30, 40 years. There's a book written about him by his wife, Amy Hardison, and a former client, Ellen D. Thompson, which, by the way, writes one of the best newsletters around AI. It's quite technical, it's quite deep, but like people from governments and huge companies, OpenAI, read all his newsletter. He's amazing. I met him in London at the Ultimate Coach Experience or whatever it was, like an in-person event that I went to a few years ago, where I also met Steve Hardison. And yeah, so I'm now in a program that JP is running, and that's been super powerful. It's just bringing me back to the basics in a way, but also deepening my understanding of the basics, right? And making those more powerful. So when I started coaching, I was lucky in a way that I got introduced to coaching in a certain way. And but then over the last years, I feel like I added a lot of other frameworks and things that kind of watered down the power in a way a little bit. So it's really great to see someone who has the same understanding and opinion of what is most transformative, but who's doing exactly that for, 10 plus years and has really mastered it. And to be in his presence and to learn from him is really great. And also, just being or surrounding myself, learning from the best people in the field. Yeah, and I'm just like 1 week in now, but I'm already feeling the shifts and establishing a daily practice of creating who I am, right? Like really choosing the perspectives I want to have about myself, about the world, that will make me a better person, a better coach, better partner, and inspiring my clients to do the same, right? And just bringing the focus away from the external things and like goal setting and making a plan. Like all of this is great and we can do that, but the more transformative, more powerful work is the work directly on us. Yeah, so I would say that's the biggest update, and I'm trying to really soak up a lot of the videos, teachings in that every day. And then starting next week, it's going to be more focused also on taking action and connecting with people and being of service. Yeah, that's the update. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Feel more optimistic, more inspired. Yeah. Yeah, and really blessed as well. Really grateful for like the amazing life that we have, for just being able to make a living supporting other people. That feels really good. That's just, I love doing that. I would do it for free all day long. It's just my purpose, my calling. That's how it feels, to enable others to think bigger, to understand themselves better, to see how they're standing in their own way, and to create the life that they want to create, right? And the business they want to create, whatever they want to create, relationships. Yes. And the last thing I'm going to say, that I have also been playing around with AI video creation a lot. And it's been a lot of fun, but it's also been very useful because I probably talked about this here in those monthly updates, which is crazy. I'm doing them since January 2001, I think. I think I just recently checked it again. It's like, wow, it's a couple of years now already, which is super cool. And so I used to work on this whole online course around helping people use video to represent their vision, right? Like here we have a few pictures that represent our vision, like a vision board in a way. But with video, it's even more powerful because it looks more real. You can add music that inspires you, that helps you get into that state of gratitude, of inspiration. And you can add affirmations, right, or statements of who you are, which I guess technically you could also add in a vision board, a sentence there. But now we have AI video creation that is getting really good. So I can put myself into the vision, like on top of, the rooftop of my amazing house on top of a mountain, or me, whatever, speaking on a stage in front of thousands of people, or me signing. Actually, I'm gonna do this right now after the video. Me signing books, because I have a vision that I will create a book, and now I can put life into that through videos. Right? Imagination is amazing, speaking it into existence, but seeing it can just sometimes give us this little extra, like, wow, I can see it literally in front of me. And yeah, right now you have to do it in the right way so that it looks like you, but in 6 months from now, probably it's just going to be perfect. Yeah, exciting times. All right, peace out.